What's up, all of my cookie agents? Smart Cookie here with the topic of Diddy. People were going around saying Diddy is not guilty. He's not guilty. But before I get into all of that, because he is guilty and we all know that, I'm Smart Cookie, the opinionated entertainer, and today we have a lovely guest with us, STL. We haven't seen, he hasn't graced this channel in a while, but this content is alleged, okay, and it's in my opinion, it's my content, it's my thoughts, okay. So don't come over here, show me the proof. This not one of those channels for showing you no proof of nothing, okay. Go to one of those research channels. You guys know I don't do that. This is my content and everything that I say over here is alleged. It might be true. Some of it might not be true. This is just what me and my friends, this is what we think about what's going on here with this Diddy trial. So as you guys all know, I really didn't cover this much, but I said, you know what, let me dip my toe in and dip my opinion in, because people are actually not out here telling the truth. And the truth is he is guilty. He was guilty on 2 charges. Maybe not all of the charges. Yes, a FRICO is not a RICO, but that does not make it right. Okay. Nonetheless, his girlfriend, Young Miami. Yes, and that's not an alleged. They've said publicly that they were dating, what have you. They had ties to each other. What is she going to do now that we all know the truth about her man, who she says never sleeps, and he's done so much for her and she wanted a baby with him? What is she going to do now that we all, heard the trial and heard that this man likes hot mustard on his face and he likes to lick it? So we all know this information. Is there any more shame in this world? Or are people just out here just doing anything for money? Put a 1 in the chat if you think that she's just going to keep moving right along and glaze over the fact that we all know what type of yogurt he likes in his mouth. Or put a 2 in the chat if you believe that she's going to be embarrassed and she's going to move on. Now, STL, last week after the Diddy trial took place and the verdict was out that he was guilty on 2 of the 5 charges, do you believe that Miami will walk away from this relationship? Do you believe that she will be shameful? And even though she did her little tweet of the finger touching the thumb emoji, the clock it emoji, stating that, that's her man, letting us basically know this her man and he beat the charges, because I don't know why people were putting out these lies that he beat it, because he did not beat it. He is not free. So what do you think is going to be happening next for this young lady here?
For the relationship, I don't know. I don't follow a relationship. Um, what I think she probably would still stick in because you got to look at. She really doesn't have a career. Let's be honest.
Correct.
She's
She
not.
can't. She can't. She can't
She
work.
can't rap.
She can't rap worth
Right.
a damn.
Exactly. So it's just one of
Hmm.
them. I call them prop artists, and well, I got basically came up with that term because back in the day we used to always see these one hit wonders. We seen them for a reason. They were
Yeah.
artists that were put in place by the A&R directors, and they had to come
Correct.
up with this project so they wouldn't get fired. So they would get this image, and hopefully they'll have the sound. But the image, what I'm saying, will override the sound. As always, we've seen it with Milli Vanilli. You know, that's
Yes.
why them guys, what I'm
Yes.
saying,
What they
got
call
to
them, these implants. These implants. They would
exactly,
get these
exactly,
implants, put them together.
yeah. That was happening more commonly in the industry versus people who had real talent was hard to get, picked up. So I think she was sticking with him behind the scenes. You know, I will say that
Hmm.
because she would definitely will be looking for a check because he ain't broke. He ain't broke. Now,
He's
did
not
they break
broke.
him? Did they break him? Yeah, they break him. They broke him. That's the name of the game when you playing on these people field. It's just what it is.
So when the judge comes out this week, or whenever the judge comes back with this sentence, what did they say it was going to be in October?
I don't know, but whenever it come out, it's gonna be time served because basically what they saying is he bought some pussy. I mean, I don't think it's. Yeah, I guess it can be a crime, but it's not a harsh crime for buying pussy. Shit, I mean, who's buy pussy every day?
Yes, but you gotta buy it the right way.
Yeah,
That's
so
what he's gonna learn from this whole situation is you can't be flying people in and out. You can
right,
only buy pussy in Nevada
yeah,
legally. You
yeah,
know, things
outskirts,
like that.
outskirts, on the outskirts of Las Vegas. Yeah, I know what you see, but trust me, on the outskirts,
Correct.
yes, you can directly buy it. Inside the
Oh,
city limits,
so are you
you know what
telling
I'm
us?
saying? You could go ahead.
Are you telling us that you can go to jail if you at the casino and you call somebody up and be like, "Hey, I got $40."
Yeah, the way you probably do, like you said, is the way you buy it. You know, seriously, it's the way you buy it. You can say, hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, pay your phone bill.
Because the thing about it is, what black men with money have to understand is you're not God, and there's rules to this.
Yeah,
And the white men are like, you got to play by our rules in order to do this.
right,
Now we can get away with this shit, but y'all niggas can't.
right,
That's what they're basically saying, right?
exactly.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking too. He's a horrible person in my opinion. As a mother to daughters, I don't want my daughters to grow up and, because we're not rich, of course. Most black people are not, right? We're
Right.
not rich. I'm building wealth, Um, but I don't want my daughters growing up seeing someone with much more than they have and thinking, oh, well, this life is much more comfortable over here. I'm willing to do anything to live this type of life. And I think that was the most important part for me with this whole Diddy situation is I wanted him to be found guilty of something because what he did to Cassie was deplorable.
So,
And I don't want
but if
that
that's been going
happening.
on so long, my thing of it is, why stay? I don't care how powerful he is. You know, why stay?
Yeah. I mean,
And then on top of that, I mean, she's
because they got used to the life.
true. I mean, anybody can get addicted, but when you realize, you know, at tail end now, what I'm doing, what I'm totally getting out of this, you know, how I'm gonna be able to, and all that. It's like then you're stuck. You realize that this is what it was really worth it.
So this is another thing I want to ask you. Do you believe that Diddy didn't like women of other races? He deliberately wanted to use them and mistreat them, and he treated the black queens better.
Well, I guess I'm not in the man's personal life, but from what I see, I mean, don't get me wrong. He paraded the what's the main mother name? The one that
Kim,
died. He
Kim
paraded
Porter.
her around. You
Mm-hmm.
know, uh, I guess what I see the turn where he took was J Lo, and they had to break up because of the gun situation. I
Mm-hmm.
know that. Uh, then after that, I guess Cassie came about. Yeah, they say it was some in between, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't follow their relationships on who they unless I
Yeah,
see
I
them
haven't
so
followed
much.
every relationship either.
Right. But
And
I mean,
allegedly, they said he did do some of this stuff to Kim. I don't know about the freak offs, but they said he did get aggressive with her at times.
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. I mean, all the stuff that he was, doing, she probably got fed up, you know what I'm saying? And people snap. So I'm not gonna say that what didn't happen, you know,
Yeah,
because he was
definitely.
doing a lot of stuff. I mean, I'm pretty sure she found out about J Lo when she sent him on with him on the red carpet. You gotta understand that these relationships they happen real fast overnight,
Yeah,
basically. They really do. You know, and if you listen to what most of them say, how they met, and it was, oh, we was at this party. Oh, they knew somebody I knew, and it's some basic industry wise. You
Yeah.
know,
Oh
it's just
yeah.
like when you go to work. You start getting a wife or a work husband. you
Yeah.
know,
Oh yeah.
it's like that. You know,
Or like you were speaking to earlier with this industry stuff, when they want to make money, they try to pair people up together. Like,
right?
allegedly it's,
Exactly.
like how, it was said that D'Angelo was being paired up with somebody. They didn't want him walking on the red carpet with his true interest, which was Angie Stone. So they
Hmm.
pair him up with somebody else to,
Right.
because image is everything.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think that Miami is a perfect example of what we mean when we say a beard. A woman is being a man's beard, and
Right.
I feel like she was being his beard. She was his secret keeper. In exchange, he was, flaunting her around, helping her
Yeah.
career because he needed to stay relevant. She's younger. She's helping him stay relevant, and he was also giving her, opening other doors for opportunities for her. He opened the door for her to have the TV show on
Hmm.
Volt or Revolt, whatever it's called, on that app or channel, what have you. And she has a little show. I haven't watched it in a while. It's a little too ignorant for me,
Oh,
but
okay.
he opened up that door for her. I know at one point she was saying she wanted to have a baby, but at some point she was kind of getting cocky too, because I don't know if you remember, she was going back and forth with the Gina chick, which is a woman of no color. She was going back and forth with her, and she told her one time, "Girl, I could have you on your knees eating this cat," you know.
Oh,
And he put that battery in her back to make her think that she was almost as powerful as he is,
nah.
in exchange for keeping his secrets.
Oh.
So,
Yeah, you got shit like that in the industry happens. It really does. You know, it's like a cult. It's like a cult. And I had family members who signed deals from TVs to music, and
mhm,
they told me flat out, is all these people are not who you think they are.
yeah,
They're not. Your favorite artist is that person's not who you think they are.
yeah. Because they have to do so many rituals, and they have to, cross so many paths in order to get,
Right,
high in the industry.
right,
So,
right. Yeah, very true.
you think a ghostwriter could help this young lady?
Oh, that's possible. I mean, I guess she found a sound. I never did listen to none of their music, but sounds like their music was kind of like passing.
Mm-hmm.
It might not have been authentic, but it was passing to be able to, get some type of play. But I mean, once again, when you start paying for, I mean, we start getting writers. What I'm saying, that's going to basically be to where you're gonna have to keep getting writers.
Yes, and they're gonna have to
So
be similar too,
right.
because
So
people will know.
exactly. So that's why I say that's why back then we heard a lot of one hit wonders
But
because they found the right record for them.
speaking of writers, do you think Lil Wayne had a writer? That's why we ain't
Yeah,
heard nothing
yeah,
from him.
yeah, yeah. He had a writer.
Yeah, and his name was Drake, right?
You said out there that I don't know. that I don't know. It has
Allegedly,
nobody has came. Yeah,
allegedly.
nobody has come and said it. But I mean, yeah, they had writers. It was time when Cash Money was only had Wayne. You got to remember that time. And with that happening, they had to bring in other people and to basically kind of fulfill their contract, the 30 million that they first got. Well, they made it up, but even still,
Hmm.
they still had to fulfill the contract that they had, the distribution deal that they had. And over that time, that's when Wayne got better, being around other artists that was helping them. Hey, sound like this, say it like that, which made him better.
Hmm.
So it's possible. I mean,
You
Michael
know,
Jackson had writers. I mean, you
yeah,
sometimes
I mean,
it pays. to get those thoughts because it's one of them things that you trying to perfect your craft, you might not be able to come up with that it factor again.
Yeah. But do you think Diddy gonna be getting out next week?
Next week, I don't know about that. It's one of them things. Really, he should be out now. Tell you the truth, because the charge that he got, they said he got, that's basically time served. 'Cause I don't
But
know
they
where
said
nowhere in the
that
country where you could do more than a year for buying pussy. You know what I'm
but there's
saying?
but they saying but they're saying that that charge carries a sentence of up to 10 years. The two charges carry a sentence up to 10
Okay,
years,
what was
like
the
a
second
minimum
charge?
of 10 years. I want to say,
No, I think it was up to 10 years.
give me
What
just one
was?
second.
Yeah,
No,
I
I'm gonna
know
tell
one
you.
of
I'm
them
gonna
was
tell you.
buying
Just
pussy. I'm like, oh my god, really? But hey,
well, Boosie, Boosie dumbed it down even lower than that and said, "Oh, this is all about a relationship that didn't work out," and it was not about a relationship that didn't work out. For those people that do not know, I just hate it when people just put ignorant shit out there like that. Okay, so his charges exactly were okay. Oh goodness, this that. Do you know how they love to put this AI meta stuff on here, and it just doesn't do well when you it doesn't do well when you
mm,
when you let it sit there for a while. Okay, he was convicted on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution in his federal charge in his federal trial. So the charges were um for transportation to engage in prostitution, and each transportation count carries a maximum of 10 years. So I don't know what the minimum of, potentially leading to a maximum of 20 years in prison. Which, hey Sophie, thanks for joining us. Sophie came over to the channel STL from your
okay,
channel. So those two can run concurrently, and for people that don't know,
right,
it means that you can serve them together. So
right.
instead of 20 years, it'll just be 10 years. But
So what
I
they
don't know
charge
what the
right
minimum.
there? It sounds like that's a like a offspring of human trafficking.
Yes, that
That's what.
means flying somebody out, getting
Right,
flued out, and paying for it. You
right.
can't do that. It's illegal. You have to, as STL said, you have to buy it on the outskirts of Nevada here in the good United States of America. Um, it says sentencing is proposed for October 3rd, 2025, with a
Okay,
hearing
that's
on
three
sentencing.
months.
With
Yeah.
a hearing on the sentencing schedule set for July 8th, 2025, and he will receive credit for time served since September of 2024. He
Yeah.
remains in jail while awaiting sentencing.
Oh,
So,
okay.
okay, so with that being said, right? So, with us knowing that information, okay, you said that you feel that he will get time served whenever they do put the sentence out. So you're thinking October he
Well, the
gonna
one.
be out.
Well, this it's how they gonna play it. Cause tell you the truth, once he got that Rico dismissed, everything up under it should got dismissed. But they moved the
Okay.
goalpost on him and said, "Oh, we're gonna charge you with this." That's like saying, you got conspiracy to commit fraud, then you got conspiracy to a bank robbery. You don't got all them charges concerning the bank robbery up under that, but you got acquitted of that bank charge of bank robbery to commit a bank robbery. You got dismissed
Uh-huh.
because of that. Everything else up under it falls off.
I'm surprised they didn't get him on human trafficking, but it was just kind of like they couldn't
But the
really,
human trafficking thing of it is that could be life in certain. Well, I know her human trafficking is life.
okay.
Yeah, 25 to life. Yeah, let me say that because it's different. Difference.
So it's not really saying what the minimal sentence could be. So I
Right.
think like you, I think that
He
he
might.
will.
Yeah, he might walk.
Yeah,
But
I
get
think
free.
when
Let me say that.
When October comes, I believe he will get out. But hey, I'm just okay with being the example and him going, and we all know that our daughters are safe from people that do stuff like this.
Nah, it's
Which
still gonna happen no matter what. It's still gonna happen no matter what.
it's gonna happen, but people are they're gonna be careful how they move
Right.
in the age
True.
of Aquarius. In the age
Yeah.
of information, people are gonna be very careful how they move. Do you see if Diddy can go down, your mama can go down.
Yeah.
You know, but
You got pimps that serving 25 to life for pandering. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that's something they
So
take serious out of her. And the only reason why they take it serious is because of a lot of guys got rich off these chicks out here. I mean, rich.
yeah. But they don't call me smart cookie for no reason. This whole trial was a deflection for this big, beautiful bill. And see, what a lot of people don't understand is they have passed this massive bill while people the same day of the Diddy trial, the outcome, they passed this mass bill which says it has a bunch of shit in there. I mean, a bunch of shit. And one of the things that's in there is if your parents give you their home, they transfer their home to you when they transition, right? When
Hmm.
your parents give you their home, you are no longer just gonna have that home and just pay taxes on it. They want to get a little more extra money out of you for that. The
Transfer fee.
next Yeah, a
Wow.
continuous transfer fee. Like you gonna be paying that shit on top of taxes. Another thing that they passed is that Medicaid, that all that shit go in. You gonna have to have a damn job. You ain't gonna be getting that shit for a long time. They snuck that shit in while the people that weren't using their brain, the sleeping people, while the sleeping people was over here watching this damn trial, they passed all that shit. And I mean, it's a lot of shit
Yeah.
that's going to affect a lot of people. Let me see. Sam's point of view. Sam says daughters need to be taught not to date men just because of money. I agree. But I don't want my
Well,
daughter with a broke ass man
well,
either now.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. It kind of, I'm saying, one of those things that's, who's to say what you
Men
want
need
to
to be
teach,
taught to
was
be
right,
men and be providers. And then if everybody providing, we ain't got to worry about your daughter being with nobody that's broke. How about that?
right, true.
Sophie says that I'm listening. I haven't been following with the girl. Let me tell you, it's been a bunch of nasty baby oil smacks. It's just been a bunch of trifling shit. Your ears are safe. Your ears are saved, okay? But
Yeah,
yeah,
I ain't listen to it. Once they
let
talk
me
about some baby all, I say, okay, this is about to be a circus.
this nigga daddy Diddy, he is a dirty nigga. Okay, I'm gonna tell you that right now. This man liked another man's hot yogurt rubbed all over his face. This came out in the trial. He liked it rubbed on his face and then he likes to taste it. Okay, that was in the trial.
Wow.
This dude on a whole different level of freakiness.
See,
That's
he a
what he
cuck. He was cucking it up. Hey, that's what cucks do.
uh, and they say he had a little tootsie roll in between his own legs, and that's why he was into seeing these other men with these long Johnsons break these girls down, bend them over, and give it to them. And I just think it's just really a shame,
Because
that
he's cooking up. Hey, that's him. Hey, that's what that man like. Hey, I ain't gonna knock him. That's his business. He cucking.
well, hopefully this will be a lesson to people that Hollywood, like people been saying forever, Hollywood is not all that glitter ain't gold. It's not
Right?
all like you said earlier. People that are industry are not who you think that
You
they
think they
are.
are. Right.
Yeah.
Look, look,
And
look,
it's
look, George Michael. I never in my whole millionaires thought the dude was gay. But I
yeah,
saw look back on things, it's like, oh, okay. I see it now.
yeah, it was pretty much
Man, what was
advertisement.
he doing? He was going to parks to the bathrooms. Asking, can he
Oh,
blow around the
begging her.
bases? And I'm like, right. I'm like, what?
Around there, just like allegedly Jake's son was going around to them parks begging them.
You say who?
Jake's son, TD Jakes, allegedly,
Oh,
you
oh,
know his son, one of his sons. They said he was caught in a park here in Dallas,
wow,
going around here soliciting,
wow,
allegedly. I don't know what happened because that shit kind of all went away, But
yeah.
yeah, this young lady, she gonna continue getting her bills paid. And Gene Deal has did an interview here recently. It's an interview of him talking about how he feels about the Diddy trial because he only went, I think, only one day,
Uh,
and he's happy. He's happy that Diddy is not completely off. He's happy that Diddy didn't get walk out of court that same day. And I am too, but he said something that was striking to me. He said that Diddy kids and his supporters were celebrating the fact that, Diddy didn't pay a lot of people their money. He did a lot of people wrong, including Biggie Smalls allegedly. They said that what are y'all Gene said, what are y'all celebrating? Y'all celebrating the fact that this man got off on doing people wrong and he's getting away with all the other wrong things that he's done, because basically that's going to keep him in a mind frame with people celebrating that what he did was okay. Not only with these
okay.
women, but what he did is okay with the artists that he had, that he didn't pay
Well,
them
let me
right.
speak on the artist part. This is the thing about the artist. I mean, about the music industry. Um, they, like I said, it's kind of long. I'm shorten up as much as I can. Hope everybody kind of catch on. This industry, yeah, well, the way you gotta look at when you get this record deal, it's like a bank loan, as they tell you. It's like a bank loan, but it's like a continuous bank loan that be kind of stuck up in there. It's just like when you apply for a bank loan, right, and you don't make good of it. So basically, staying on credit for what, 7 years, right?
Correct.
But they still come back. Hey, hey, you still owe us. You know what I'm saying? But it's supposed to just stay on your credit for 7 years. That's it. It's the
Yeah.
same thing with the record deal. If you don't make them numbers, you know what I'm saying? Uh, you basically still gonna be in the red. Now, with the music industry, they are they obligated to hold on to your masters because they could do anything with them. They could sell them, and what's called just like this thing ordeal going on with Jay Z and Dame. You know, uh, they only gonna own the rights to them for so long. Then after that, it goes back to the creator. It's set up like that because when, as we all know, when the creator, not the creator, yeah, the performer, when the
Mhm.
performer gets older, he's not doing as many shows.
Yeah.
So that's what he's able to come back and kind of get his masters and do what he wants with. Them. So like I said, it's not set up for artists to really immediately gain. Let me say that. Even if you make good, let's say even still you made good on what I'm saying, the numbers, and they got their money back. They're going to continuously sell your product and make profit off of it until a certain amount of years when you come back to claim it. So that's what I'm basically trying to say is that the record industry is set up like that for a reason because the record label was basically the financer, and that's what they look to do, make money off of it.
They got to make money off of you. If they can't
Right.
make money off of you, it doesn't make
It
any
don't make
sense.
sense. Right.
And basically, what STL is saying, if you don't know what the hell you doing, don't become a artist.
Right.
If you don't have
Exactly.
no attorneys,
Attorney and all that because there's so
if
many clauses. It's a lot.
don't just jump into it thinking, oh, it's all, I just gotta look this way. I'm a good rapper. I'm just gonna blow up and I'm gonna make all these millions of dollars and save my mama and my family, and I'm just gonna live high in the
It's a
sky
business.
forever.
Yeah, it's a business.
No, nigga,
It's
you
a business.
indebted. You
Yeah.
indebted to whoever these people are
Right. Exactly.
for the rest of your natural life.
And to put it kind of simple, plain and simple, uh, you get deals like the Jason Weaver. I don't know if you heard the story he told about the Lion King on how,
What the one about his mom and how they gave her
yeah,
one deal and then they gave him two options.
you're right.
Go
Exactly.
ahead. Go ahead.
You could take 250,000 up front, and you get residuals, or you could take this 2 million, and that's it.
Correct.
Most of us gonna take that 2 million. I said most
Yes.
of us.
Yes. Correct.
Then come back crying, oh man, when the 2 million gone. You
When you
know,
spend it that same year,
right?
when you buy that big ass house that's
Exactly.
1.5 million,
Exactly.
because you wanna show people that don't give a damn about you about this big ass house,
Right. So, his mama took that 250,000, and every year he get a check. Hey, it might be
and
five
he's still
thousand.
getting
It
paid
might be
right to
twenty
this
five
day.
thousand. Exactly.
Shit, they made a Disney. They made Lion King movie this year. What?
Yeah. So he gets residuals off all
So
that.
I
Yeah.
don't, I refer to him as Rashad since I've been watching him over there on.
Oh, okay.
I've been watching him over there on the Shy. But
Oh yeah.
but yeah, this girl here, she's still gonna get her money as long as she, do play her position. And see, that's what a lot of you chicks gotta understand. You gotta play your position, you know. Like that one chick, Jane Doe, got up there and told all his business, knowing he was still paying her damn rent. I'm still trying to figure out in my head, like why would she do that? Because he can just turn that shit off that same day and no more rent be paid for her dumb ass. But
Well, when the peoples get involved, they get to saying all types of stuff to her, and she don't know.
yeah, but she
Yeah.
should have thought of that a little bit further down the road,
True,
cause
but it's one of the things we ain't know how that played out. I'll tell you one thing: they lined everything and everybody up as much as they could, so they could get some type of good turnout on this, because it
oh
started
yeah,
going left for a minute. You remember?
oh yeah,
It
oh
started
yeah.
going left for a minute. They were like, oh, hold up, this ain't playing in our favor.
They said he was making faces at her while she was on the stand. Like, I know this bitch didn't. I
Right.
know you didn't just get your ass up here and I just paid your rent on the first. Oh, I'm gonna show you, bitch, next month.
Yeah, right. Like I said, you don't know what the people's told. Hey, you can go jail away for life once we convict them. We're gonna come back and charge you. They'll say stuff
Yeah,
like that. She, like I said, she don't know the law.
yeah. But see,
Yeah.
Miami, she playing her position. She still got her show. Whatever money he gonna give her, since his money is not all the way gone, she still got some. But did he better not step on nobody else's toes. He better not be trying to get back when he get his black ass out. He better
He gonna
be
be like Bill
flying the
Cosby.
straight and narrow.
He gonna be chilling. I think if he does anything, it's gonna be through his kids, which is good. Just go ahead and let them do their thing, and whatever comes to them, you know, there's gonna be a few things people ain't gonna want to touch on them, but they'll be able to capitalize off of something. So everybody gonna be good. You know what I'm saying, for the most
Yeah.
part. You know,
Oh yeah.
as
He
long as they
better
don't come
just
with
get
no
some.
extra stuff and come with this outrageous ass lawsuits and shit to where insurance companies don't want to pick them up. That's another problem he might have as well with the cash situation. Everybody can understand that wasn't him. That was the insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
All I can say is he better. They're gonna be watching his ass. He better get
yeah,
his
yeah,
freak off over there in the good state of Nevada.
yeah. Right.
Get with the man. Get himself a bunny ranch and stop messing up these damn people hotels.
Wow. Yeah, I ain't hear all that, but they just said a lot of stuff was discussed, and I'm like, oh, okay, I don't want to even hear that shit.
I'm telling you,
But
it was
if that,
six
I
to
said, if
eight.
that dude choose to be on Facebook, be gay and do all that, hey, fuck, that's him.
Yeah, this is a good
you
time
know?
to be gay. Just come out and be gay. This is a great time. This is 2025, where gay for the most part is okay in the United States. So I don't know why people, him, Tyler Perry, why they trying to hide that shit. Just be you.
Once again, it's the image. It's the image, you know?
Yeah. Well, do you have any final thoughts on young Miami? You have any advice to her before we get on up out of here?
I mean, hey, Hey, keep getting your paper if you getting it from them. You keep playing your position. Best thing to
And
do is you be low key with it, and if anybody try to get you in an interview, talk about them. Hey, I don't want to talk about that. And curve them real quick.
before we go into Diddy, Sophie, you wanted to know who is this woman? This is Young Miami. She is a rapper. She was once a part of a group called the City Girls. Her co-rapper, her group mate was the one that actually had the talent that could actually rap. She was just an implant, and she's from, like I said, Miami. Her name is Young Miami, spelled Yung, Miami, and she's his girlfriend. She's his arm candy. She's Diddy's arm candy, has been for almost about a good 5 years. That's who she is, and that's why she's up here with Diddy, because I want to know what's her next move. And a lot of other people, we want to know what is her next move now that her man did not walk out of jail and he is guilty, and he's gonna have to at least stay in there until October. Oh, shout out to Bobo Anderson. Bobo Anderson is in the house. Bobo Anderson, aka Martell Holt, allegedly. I will be watching his show and reviewing his show, Love and Marriage Huntsville. It will be coming back, and I will be getting on Bobo Anderson and his side piece that he has. Okay, since he wanted to be seen today. Shout out to you, Bobo. Thank you. You make me lots of money. I really appreciate you and your shit that you be doing. Um, and STL, what is your lasting advice that you want to give to Puffy before we get on up out of this here live?
Oh man, just stay low key like Bill Cosby and sit and chill back. You good player. You good. Keep doing you. That's what you choose to do, but just be careful who you know what I'm saying, link with. You know.
But before we end this live, let me ask you this, because this just popped in my head. I don't mean to keep you guys for such a keep you for such a long time. But everybody, make sure y'all hitting that like button, like, share,
Yeah, get the
share,
lights
share,
up.
subscribe. But with Puffy, will he overcome this, and will people ever think of him as, the great things that he did for the hip hop culture? And do you think he can turn this around, this situation around, and how long do you think it'll take?
Nah, he ain't gonna be able to turn this around. People run off emotions too quick. Like the Cassie video, but I'm not excusing why he beat her ass like that. But we don't know what happened before that. We don't know if we
Hmm.
call his mama a bitch or what I'm saying, or and call him or whatever, whatever
Yeah.
trigger you.
Oh yeah.
You know. We know we seen her run out with a case and he grabbed the case. Like, yo, bitch, bring my shit back. It could have been his dope.
Could have been his money.
Right? Could have been his money and his
That
dope. Shit,
is
we
so
don't know.
true. We don't know what she had in that bag.
Right? You
Um,
know. You notice they don't mention that the part, do you?
Never
Wow,
mention that shit.
was that?
Never mention that shit.
So what was it?
Yeah, because it wasn't. It could have not only been that she was trying to get away. She could have been stealing some of his shit. Like you said,
Right.
we really
We
don't
don't
know.
know what. You know.
But so, do you think he'll lose everything in terms of the liquor branding
Well,
deals?
the liquor is he sued them people, so that deal is done with them. The Ciroc, his De Leon distributors could possibly cut him off, or he probably would have to liquidate that to somebody. And if I was him, I would basically sell it to her at a cheap price and just keep getting residuals off of it.
And you know what? Now
That'd be a
this
smart thing
all,
for him to do for that De Leon.
yeah, because the people we all know, the people that he pissed off over at Ciroc, they were the big fish that got all this shit going.
Yeah,
But the last two
these
things
people.
I want to, yeah,
I'm
they were
saying,
the people not to fuck with.
these people they run real big.
Mm,
Big. They so big you nobody know you. You can't even know. You don't even know their names. But it's
correct,
the family.
correct.
It's a
And
family.
and
And
then,
when you,
go
I
ahead.
was
I'm
gonna
sorry.
say, when you think about it, it took me a minute just to learn that Moet, Hennessy, Louis Vuitton, all of them are under the same family umbrella as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
I never knew that.
the people own water. So whoever the people those people are, I'm pretty sure you look them up. But trust me, they some powerful people. Let me say that.
And
They
this
some
never
powerful
wouldn't
people.
have happened had he not fucked with them people.
Yeah, he called them racist and got the out being out speaking about them. You know, and they said, oh, okay, they paid them off, whatever, and they came back silently. So
Hmm.
that's what kicked it all off. Because like I said, out the blue, we just heard about a raid. You know, a raid, and well, the Cassie video, and that's all he knew what was going to happen.
So that makes more sense as to why Steve Harvey, didn't want Lori Harvey involved with this dirty man. You remember when they was on that boat and looked like they
Yeah,
were
yeah, yeah,
having
yeah,
conversations? Yeah. That did
yeah,
this Diddy trial answered that for me. And then the last thing that I wanted to ask you was okay, we talked about the liquor, but yeah, that was pretty much it. I wanted to ask you, do you think I think he's just gonna have to just invest his money somewhere else to
yeah.
keep it going.
He'll be good. Like I said, he'll be straight. So you got to remember, Ciroc, they was paying him double digit millions a month all the
Yeah,
time. So he's good.
yeah.
Yeah, he's
Well,
good.
he gonna have to learn to live off of a budget.
Yeah, he going to, what I'm saying, notch down, well, shit, he was down to what, two security guys anyway, so just get him some new ones if he don't trust them or if they don't want to deal with him no more.
Yeah,
So it's just one of the things he just have to regroup everything that's around him and position everything that's around him. He knows who's sticking beside him. He know who's, you know, talking all fuck shit. He knows all that.
yeah. Oh yeah. And he knew
So
who was there for him in the industry and who wasn't.
hmm
He clearly knows that. So
exactly.
yeah,
So
but yeah,
like I
yeah,
said, I found it surprisingly. I'm gonna say this, and I'll let you go. I found surprisingly a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Not celebrities, just not celebrities. Let me say that. That was at his motherfucking house for the Super Bowl, eating his shit,
yeah,
drinking his wine, kicking back with their booze and they babes. You know what I'm saying? Smiling all in his face. They started posting all types of fuck shit. You know what I'm saying about him when when all that shit happened. It's like wow, that right there. It goes to show you what else been saying. Everybody in this industry is not your friend.
yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I hope that he has learned his lesson on the shit that he's done to other people, other artists, even though he wasn't on trial for that. I hope he's learned his lesson. I hope he go away silently and we don't hear nothing else from his ass. I hope he live out the rest of his days however he wants to live it off. And I hope he's buying the coochie the right way in the terms of STL.
Hey,
Well, you guys, that's the end of my commentary on what's next for Caresha, please, Miss Young Miami. If you didn't hear what we had to say, baby, you're gonna have to rewind the whole video, start it, play it all over again. Make sure you're watching those ads. Make sure you hitting that like button, and I will be back next week with some more commentary on some Love and Marriage Huntsville. Okay, I got some new stuff coming out about Mr. Martell, and then we will also be reviewing some of this Housewives of Atlanta. I got a few things for them girls over there. Well, I'm Smart Cookie, your opinionated entertainer, and I am out. Thank you so much, Mr. STL. Y'all,
all
please go
right.
follow his channel where he dives in deeply on another content creator that loves to beg every day for a hotel room. Make sure you are subscribing to his channel. Uh, and hit our cash apps. We over here entertaining us. You like this shit. You learned some shit today. Hit our cash apps. We like the money that fold, but we'll take the money that jingle. And I am out. I catch you guys on the next one. Thank you, SPL. I appreciate you, boo.
All right.
All right. Bye bye.